In a world that rewards volume, speed, and reaction, wisdom whispers. We're surrounded by a cacophony of digital noise, constantly bombarding our senses and demanding our attention. According to a 2024 study by the Common Institute, a staggering 78% of people report feeling mentally exhausted by this constant digital onslaught. But amidst this chaos, there's a powerful antidote: wisdom. What is wisdom in 2025? But what exactly is wisdom in 2025? It's crucial to understand that wisdom isn't synonymous with intelligence. While intelligence deals with knowledge and problem-solving, wisdom encompasses something far more profound. It's about discernment, restraint, and clarity. As the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu once said, silence is a source of great strength. In our hyperconnected age, this truth resonates more than ever. The Stoic definition of wisdom. The Stoics, those ancient masters of practical philosophy, had much to say about the nature of wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. This powerful metaphor reminds us that what we choose to focus on shapes our very essence. Epictetus, another Stoic sage, observed, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." In essence, wisdom is knowing what to ignore, what to absorb, and when to remain silent. Silence as strength. Speaking of silence, it's a concept often misunderstood in our loud, opinionated world. Seneca, yet another Stoic luminary, noted that it is a great thing to know the season for speech and the season for silence. We must dispel the notion that silence equates to weakness. On the contrary, silence is a form of strategic restraint, a sign of inner strength and confidence. Observation over reaction. Observation before reaction is a hallmark of the wise. Instead of immediately jumping into the fray, wisdom counsels us to watch, to listen, to truly understand before speaking. As Robert Greene, author of 48 Laws of Power, advises, move in silence. Only speak when it's time to say checkmate. This approach allows us to gather information, assess situations more accurately, and respond with precision and impact when the moment is right. Digital overload and mental armor. In our digital age, the concept of mental overload has taken on new dimensions. Social media platforms are designed to create dopamine loops, keeping us engaged and often distracted. True wisdom in 2025 requires us to recognize these patterns and take steps to reclaim our mental space. Embracing quiet moments becomes a form of detox, allowing our minds to reset and refocus. Simple actions like turning off notifications can have profound effects on our mental clarity and overall well-being. 5 practices to cultivate inner wisdom. To cultivate inner wisdom in this noisy world, consider incorporating these 5 practices into your daily routine. 1. Daily journaling. Set aside time each day to reflect on your thoughts, experiences, and insights. 2. Morning silence ritual. Start your day with a period of intentional quiet, whether through meditation, contemplation, or simply sitting in stillness. 3. Stoic reflection. Regularly engage with Stoic principles, perhaps by reading a daily quote or passage from classical texts. 4. Breathwork. Practice conscious breathing exercises to center yourself and clear your mind. 5. Intentional solitude. Carve out regular periods of alone time, free from digital distractions, to allow your thoughts to settle and clarify. Speak less, mean more. In a world that often values quantity over quality in communication, we must learn to speak less and mean more. There's wisdom in the old adage, often misattributed to Abraham Lincoln but actually penned by Maurice Switzer: better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. This isn't about self-censorship, but rather about speaking with intention rather than impulse. When we choose our words carefully, we imbue them with greater meaning and impact. Emotional control in a reactive world. Emotional control is another crucial aspect of wisdom, especially in our reactive digital landscape. The ability to regulate our emotions, to pause before responding, is a sign of true maturity and wisdom. As a German proverb states, the best answer to anger is silence. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather giving ourselves the space to process them before acting. In a world of knee-jerk reactions and viral outrage, the person who can maintain emotional equilibrium holds immense power. Build your philosophy of stillness to truly embody wisdom in our modern age. We must build our own philosophy of stillness. This involves creating a personal code, a set of principles that guide our interactions with the world. Mahatma Gandhi's advice to speak only if it improves upon the silence serves as an excellent foundation for such a code. Wisdom, in this context, becomes the intersection of our deeply held values and our ability to exercise restraint, reflection, and conclusion as we navigate the complexities of our loud, fast-paced world. Remember this: in a landscape where everyone is shouting to be heard, the quiet mind wins. Wisdom isn't about making the most noise or having the quickest response. It's about being deliberate, about recognizing the power of the pause, the breath, the choice. It's about cultivating inner stillness that allows us to see clearly, act purposefully, and live meaningfully. True wisdom in 2025 and beyond will be marked by those who can maintain clarity amidst chaos, who can find silence in the noise, and who can speak with intention rather than reaction. It's about developing the discernment to know what truly matters and the courage to act on that knowledge. In a world that's constantly demanding our attention, the ability to step back, to observe, to reflect becomes not just valuable, but essential. As we conclude, let's remember that cultivating wisdom is an ongoing process, not a destination. It requires constant vigilance, self-reflection, and a willingness to challenge our own assumptions. In embracing these ancient tools for modern clarity, we equip ourselves to navigate the complexities of our digital age with grace and purpose. The path of wisdom may not always be the easiest or the most immediately rewarding. It may not garner the most likes or followers, but it is the path that leads to true fulfillment, to a life lived with intention and meaning. In a world that's loud, be the one who listens. In a world that's reactive, be the one who reflects. In a world that's constantly changing, be the one who remains grounded in timeless principles. Embrace the power of wisdom, cultivate your inner silence, and in doing so, you'll find that you have more to offer the world than you ever imagined. This is how we stay wise in a world that's loud. This is how we find clarity in chaos. This is how we grow, relentlessly and purposefully, into the best versions of ourselves.